Everyone's microphone on? Here. You got record?
Yeah, you can turn yours on.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. All right, good evening, everyone. I'm going to call to order the September 1st Plan Commission regularly scheduled meeting. If we could stand for the pledge. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Sergio, sir, roll call, please.
Bob Rolson is absent. Yolanda Cardona.
Here.
John Gill.
Here.
Donna Little.
Here.
Jason Blasick.
Here.
Nancy Woland.
Here.
John Kennedy.
Here.
Attorney Adam Decker.
Here.
Engineer Ken Kraus.
Here.
Councilman Liaison Brian Blazak.
Present.
And Town Manager Chris Salatos.
Present.
We have minutes, none available. If I can get, well, I don't need a motion to defer, but just for the sake of the board's information, is there any update status you can provide the board? We're
I'm
8 months
sorry.
in, and
Yeah, I don't
unfortunately.
have any updates or status of when or how the minutes are going to be completed.
Okay. Is there a time frame on when we will have an answer?
I do not have an answer for that also.
Okay. All right. Next on the agenda, we have a public hearing for the board. I think we've been emailed. We were advised that, I also received a text that due to some publication deadline issues, that they are not ready or eligible for a hearing tonight. So we cannot have a hearing tonight for the Astoria. For anyone here in the public, we apologize if you came out in vain. Unfortunately, we'll be not taking public comment, or there will be no public hearing tonight for Astoria because we cannot have it. There is a public comment portion at the end of the meeting. There's options for you. You could either stay to the public comment portion at the end of the meeting. You can make those comments then. Hopefully, we can have those transcribed for the public hearing that would happen the first Wednesday in October, as long as our publication is in order. You can send an email to Sergio, who is our town planner, or if their publication is in order and they are ready for a public hearing the first Wednesday of October, you can come back and give your comments at that time. So unfortunately, that's the best I could offer you, and I don't need to make a deferral because they're not ready for it, right? So.
Will we officially be notified again or no?
Sergio, I think they would have to, will they have to?
No, this is a notification. They received notification. They're at the meeting. It's been announced that they will come back next month for the public hearing. So the public hearing will continue.
But they,
October
but the public and the people that were notified for this public hearing, they are not going to receive a second notice of an updated public hearing in October.
Not to my understanding, no.
The notices did go out.
The notices did not go out.
They got an
Oh.
email, they got 140 notices they gotta send out, plus the newspaper ads. One of the newspaper ads, Times could not
Okay.
physically get the ad in the paper.
So if the notices did not go out, they will be sending out notices. And
The notice will be going out in the coming weeks.
Thank you, Doug. Doug represents the developer, if anyone wants to know why Doug's making those comments. So, very good. So with that, I'm going to move to item B for public hearing. And the petitioner for this public hearing has asked for a deferral. Their public hearing was in order, but they are asking for deferral because they have obtained legal counsel to represent them, and that legal counsel has asked for time to go over and review information, collect information, so they can present their petition or be prepared for their public hearing appropriately in October. So this is at the discretion of this Plan Commission for deferral on this case. Again, for those here tonight for that public hearing, you have options to, again, come to the October meeting, make comment at the end of this meeting for public comment, and/or email Sergio, and your comments will be read at the public hearing in October, if that's the time frame the petitioner gets. So with that, if there's any, I will entertain a motion. If there's any questions or comments, Sergio, if you have any other information, if I hopefully got it all accurate, but if I can, I will entertain a motion. at the pleasure of the board. But again, the petitioner has politely asked for a deferral. But again,
I'll make a motion that we defer the preliminary plat review of the Meany subdivision to next month's October 3rd meeting.
I have a motion to defer.
Is this really for primary plat? I thought it was for annexation.
It is for primary plant, from my understanding, because I did question that. Annexation was approved at the town council, so it is inside the town, and so the public hearing is for primary. And again, I don't think you received primary plat yet.
No,
for
I have
review.
not.
So that's another good reason to review. We haven't received the primary plat, so they are not actually ready for plat review. So I have a motion to defer. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
There's a second by Yolanda. Any discussion from the board? Questions, concerns, comment? Sergio, roll call, please.
Yolanda Cardona,
Yes.
John Gill,
Yes.
Donna Little,
Yes.
Jason Vlasic,
Yes.
Nancy Wolland,
Yes.
and John Kennedy.
Yes, motion to defer has been granted. Next on the agenda, we have final plat review, Three Springs Edition Phase 3, Block 1, final plat review. This is for 23 single-family lots and 2 outlots. And so they are up for secondary plat review, secondary plat approval. I did receive a letter from Ken. Let me read that to the board, into the record. It says, "Dear Planning Commission, we have reviewed the secondary plat for the reference project and have the following comments. 1, this subdivision includes 23 lots, 2 outlots, and associated facilities on a total of 21.120 acres. 2, we have reviewed the plat and find it to be satisfactory. 3, the development fee is $13,569.94. The fee is based on 2% of the construction." He referenced a letter that I will read as well. "Dear Plan Commission, we have requested to establish a development fee prior to submittal of the secondary plat for this project. We have calculated this fee to be in the amount of $13,569.94, signed Ken Kraus. And then number 4, the public improvements are not complete, and a irrevocable letter of credit should be submitted to the town in the amount of $62,885.19 to ensure the improvements will be installed, or if a surety bond or other method of ensuring the completion of this work is submitted, and it should be in the amount of $74,318.86. Doug,
Good evening.
good evening.
Doug Reddick with DVG. Dave Barrick, owner of Three Springs Development, is here as well. You summed it up pretty well. We were asking for final plat approval for Three Springs Edition, Phase 3, Block 1. This was originally approved in 2020. Construction started at the end of 2020, and here we are wrapping things up. Ken's letter addresses the bond. There's a few things that are not quite finished. One of which was finished today is the asphalt. So we have the binder and the surface course down, so that'll have to be revised. Streetlights are coming next week. This week or next week, so the streetlights will be getting installed here very soon. And that only leaves a couple small items as built. And what was the other one, Ken?
Soil erosion control.
Soil erosion control. So the plan is to get everything done. I didn't even bring Mylars. We'd like to get our final plat approval on record and withhold signature on the Mylars, until everything else is in order.
So will the town, usually we make a motion or a recommendation to the town to accept a surety bond or a letter of credit. Do they still need to provide that?
No, we're not going to. So we're gonna finish the improvements.
You're going to finish the improvement, then have us sign the Mylars?
Right.
Okay, very good. Awesome. Anything else, Doug, for the good of the board?
Nope.
All right. Any questions or comments from the board? Again, secondary plat is usually ministerial unless there is an issue. It seems like Ken does not see any issues.
Well, Public Works told me that everything looks pretty good.
Okay. With that, I will entertain a motion from the board.
I'll make a motion to approve Three Springs Edition Phase 3, Block 1, final plat review with the understanding we won't sign the Mylars until all the improvements are completed.
I have a motion contingent on final completion of work to sign Mylars. Is there a finding of facts for secondary or final that I'm missing? Do we need to reference findings?
There is a findings of fact for final. You should
You
have.
make your motion referencing finding of facts, please,
I'll amend
John.
my motion to also include the reference to the findings of fact.
Again, I will repeat the motion. It's a motion to approve contingent on completion of infrastructure before signing Mylars and referencing finding of fact. Is there a second?
I'll second.
I got a second by Jason. Discussion, comments from the board? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Yolanda Cardona,
Yes.
John Gill,
Yes.
Donna Little,
Yes.
Jason Vlasic,
Yes.
Nancy Rowland,
Yes.
and John Kennedy.
Yes. Motion to approve. Approved.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Next on the agenda, we have a final plat reviews for easement reduction rear yard at 9640 Industrials Drive. Jim, I see you here. Ken, I don't see a letter from you. Was there a need for a letter from you? on
There
this?
was a letter written a couple of months ago.
I apologize.
Basically says that we have no objections to the easement in the back being reduced from a 20-foot easement to a 12-foot easement.
Was that the same one I read for, I think it was primary and secondary on it? I
Yes.
apologize, I did not bring that, so. Again, per Ken's letter, I apologize, I do not have it in front of me. He saw no objections to this final plat review, as well as, so if there is a motion, if so kindly reference finding of fact. Jim, is there anything for the board? I mean, I don't know if you need to say anything to the board, it's your floor.
Now, just a quick question. Thank you. If I've submitted the Mylars to Sergio, and they're signed by my client and they're notarized, and if there would be any possibility from a practical perspective that they could be signed tonight by the town so I could get them recorded as quickly as possible, because we've had a contractor is ready and waiting and willing to begin construction.
Has it been 30 days since the primary plat was approved?
I believe so. It was.
Well, it would have been the first Wednesday in
In-
August, so
you know,
probably,
Well, it's close. I can wait a couple of days, but if I could get it today, fine. If not, then I'll just come back at another time. I mean, I could take it and just hold it till the 30 days passes.
30 days would be Friday.
Yeah. So if I got it tonight, then I'd record it Friday.
I will look to John. Do you want to wait until Friday or Thursday? I can come in
I
and
mean, I think we
after.
could do it, because sometimes we would do primary and secondary plat together,
Right.
and then that was always the stipulation, is if we do them both within the 30 days, they have to wait 30 days to be signed before we could sign. So we could, I think we could approve it tonight, but nobody can sign it until Friday.
Okay. Can you wait 2 days, Jim?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Someone remind me to come in Friday. I'll come in Friday morning.
We have
So remind me, or I'll come swing by Thursday night, don't give it to them till Friday, so, no, we'll follow the 30-day rule, I will not sign for 30 days. Hearing,
That's tomorrow night.
30 well, yeah, but he can't have them, and I'm technically not supposed to sign them till Friday. Friday's
No,
30 days.
I understand, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, just so you
Yeah.
recall, it's tomorrow night is Friday into Thursday.
Right. Understanding that, so secondary plat, they cannot be signed for 30 days, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to grant secondary plat approval to St. John Industrial Park Lot 3 for the final plat. Reference the findings of fact, and the fact that the Mylars won't be signed until 30 days after the primary plat was approved.
Thank you, John. I got a motion to approve with the contingencies of finding the fact and 30-day wait period for signatures. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
I got a second by Nancy. Discussion, comments from the board? Hearing none. Roll call, please, Sergio.
Yolanda Cardona,
Yes.
John Gill,
Yes.
Donna Little,
Yes.
Jason Vlasic,
Yes.
Nancy Rowland,
Yes.
and John Kennedy.
Yes, motion approved. You're welcome. Public hearing, no public hearings, we'll have two, depending on making sure the proper protocols are in place for Astoria, and potentially Mulaney subdivision. Any public comment? Anyone from the floor? Anyone online? Just so that's for the record, I just want to let the board know, I have had conversations with Adam and Sergio. We received a plethora of information at the study session regarding Astoria on the last study session. And in my discussions with them, as I reviewed the information, it looked like it was covenants as well as homeowners association. That's really not an agreement between the town and the developer. So in my discussions with Sergio and Adam, and I believe they will get back to the developer, is we need a subdivision control document, something that says, there's nothing in this document that say, what is the square footage? What is the lot, size of the lot? Nothing in those, and it's between the developer and the homeowner, not between the town and the developer. So we need something that's specifically clean, crisp, simple, that says, here's the lot sizes. They did have the architectural features in there, but that's something that is in writing for our referencing of facts, that if they don't follow it, no building permits can be approved. So I've asked Adam and Sergio to reach out to the developer and say, give us that piece of documents. This is mortgage stuff and things like that.
Right.
And this is something I want, as we get smarter at these PUDs, as we see more PUDs coming into town, I think it helps not only the developer, but us have a clear understanding, a simple document that throws it all out there. Because, we want to know it's 80 by 150. We want to make sure it's written clean and simple. Number of brick or the size, quantity of brick, just something on a maybe 1, 2, 3 page, however it needs to be done, just something clean and simple that we all have a good comfort level on how we, if we like it, don't like it, we at least see it all on the same, easy document. So FYI, if you guys have any other comments or questions for Sergio and Adam as they work through that process, again, these are zoning changes, these PUDs. This is only a recommendation to the town council. The town council can make any changes to our recommendation, contingencies. It ends up at their lap. So, but that's what is in process. And I just trying to make it simpler and easier for us as we go through these process. So, but any other suggestions, recommendation, your comments are, great, and having your expertise was beneficial as well. So, awesome. Anything for the good of cause, anybody else? If not, take a motion to adjourn. Doug, you good with all that I told regarding Astoria? Yeah, it should be easy. It'd just be nice to have it all in one concise. Okay. If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.
Yolanda, you gotta show up more often because everybody just blows the meetings out. They can't handle the idea
Oh, I got it when I got my Jeep. I'm like, I wish I
of.
would have taken a handful of them. They ride it very smooth. When you get a good one, you're like, oh.
Well, those are the.
Quiz you about a couple things.
How that works, John, we'll put it in front of you.
Just what you sent that email about and the settlement agreement, and
Yeah.
yeah, that they want to talk about the same things.